Good evening, sir.
Thank you. Okay. In the last class, in the previous class, we have successfully completed how to managing users. I mean, how to create an users, how to update user details, and how to set up user passwords, then how to managing password aging details, and how to deleting an accounts. So everything in the last lecture, managing user accounts. Now the continuous chapter today, the one more important thing from the user administration, user account initialization part. User account initialization part. So what is mean by user account initialization? This is very important part, especially for admin level and who is looking for experienced user. When a user is created, everything from this /etc/kel directory is copied to the user's newly created home directory. The user's newly created home directory. So what exactly mean by newly created user home directory? So in that case, I mean, when will you create a new user account in the Linux? By default, some files are automatically copied from the /etc/kel directory to newly created user home directory. I will show you. But what are those files? User specific files are .bash rc file, .bash underscore profile file, and .bash underscore logout file. So these three files are user level files. But by default, in the root level, global user configuration files are there, etc bash rc, etc profile file, and etc profile.d file. And don't consider these global configuration files, but these files are already exist. And please be consider here only user specific files, bash rc, bash profile, bash logout. Now, let me explain practically. So what is the meaning of user account initialization? Okay, so now what I'm saying here, in the root account under etc kel directory, actually this kel directory maintains some hidden files. How to verify the hidden files? ls space -a to check the hidden files. If I enter, we have bash logout file, we have bash profile file, and also bash rc file. So now these three files are important at the user level. Important at the user level. Okay, what I'm saying here, if I create any new user account, user add, my new username is like here it is called another username Rohit. The username is Rohit. If I enter, so now user successfully created. You know that how to create an account in the last lecture. But if you log in the account with name Rohit, so in the home directory of the Rohit, if you check ls space -a, see that the same files are copied here. Bash logout file, bash profile file, and bash rc file. But this is the cache file. Don't consider this. This is the what Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. And please consider here file names only. So these three are the what important files and user level in user level. Sir, what is the purpose to create these three files? Okay, so first of all, .bash underscore logout file. This file will execute when this file will execute before logout the user. Before logout the user. And bash profile file will execute after login the user. After login the user. And .bash rc file maintain alias names information. Alias names information. Okay, let me explain practically everything. And once again, what is mean by user initialization? This is very repeated interview question. So now if you create any new user account, what files are automatically copied from the /etc shell directory to newly created user home directory. Bash logout, bash profile, bash app. All are the what? Hidden files. Okay. For example, when will you visit any restaurant or maybe any occasions? So we have welcome board and also exit boards. So like they are passing the message even on the menu. So welcome to some XYZ restaurant. And again before logout, yes, visit again is the what message. I mean, so the same file meaning here, when will you log in? What kind of message you want to pass to the user? And before logout, what kind of things we need to send the message? I mean, you need to drop the message. Okay. So first, in the cat or VIM editor. So in the VIM editor, okay, for example, in the user home directory, dot bash underscore logout file, bash underscore logout file. So I want to modify this file generally. I want to modify this file. So in the logout file, I want to send you one message. How to send a message? I mean to set the print a message echo. Like I want to buy the message. I mean before logout the user, it will print the message buy. Now save and quit. And again in the file, one more file, profile file is there. In the profile file, I want to set the message like echo. I want to print welcome to Linux, for example. Okay, to save the file, okay, save your file. So now two files has been modified. For example, if I log out, before logout, this bash logout file will be executed. That means any settings are available in the logout file, any statements are available in the logout file, everything will be executed. See that's why by statement is here. Otherwise, you will print here, visit again, relog in again. That is called what? Based on your wish. Before logout, what kind of message you want to print. So we can write in this bash logout file. But when the user will be logged in, then bash profile file will the dot bash profile file will be executed. That's why here is not welcome to Linux. Welcome to Linux. Please understand these two files. Pre-login, post-login. Okay, pre-logout, post-logout. Okay. So now again, what is another file name? Bash profile. Generally, when to use this logout file and profile file? Mostly in the environment, people to use dot bash profile file, guys. Dot bash profile file. Because you want to load variables. You want to load system settings. But when the user will be login, Tomcat settings will be updated, or Tom's maybe Docker settings will be updated, or these profile file will be updated. So now you want to load something before login, then better we can write them settings under the what bash profile, under the what bash underscore profile file. That's why profile files are important. But these files are working in this user level only because these settings are updated in the Rohit username, in the Rohit username only. Okay, so then the another file is bash rc file. Another file name is bash rc. So what is meant by bash rc? Generally, bash rc file maintain aliases information, command aliases information. Command aliases means, for example, you know that clear command. You know that what? Clear command. So if you run this command, it clear the screen. But sir, every time typing clear command, it is nonsense for me. So I want to set one shortcut for the clear command, one alias name for the clear command. Then people, how to set alias names? For example, I want to set C as an alias name for the clear command. If I run C, command not found actually. Then I want to set alias C equal to clear. Alias C equal to clear. Then if I enter, now clear command alias name is C. If I type C, then it will clear. I mean, what I'm saying here, in real environment, sometimes people to execute very large commands, including with options, one line, two lines commands are there. But why need to execute with large commands every time? I mean, why need to write with large lines? Better we can set one alias name for the long length command. How to set the alias names? Alias is the command, space, first write the word alias name, then your original command name. But how do you know what are the alias names? So if you run alias, see that recently we have set up alias c equal to clear. That means clear command alias name is c only. That's why see, even automatically system generated alias names are there. Why need to type ls space -l color auto offset? So actually ll command working actually, but ll command is actually not original command. Even if you write this command, say this, it will display the word files totally 0. But instead of that, you will use the word ll also. So both are same actually. But instead of ls -l hyphen color equal to auto, actually it is a very large command. But for that, simply we can execute ll. That means this is called what alias name. But already system has been designed some alias names by default. But the user alias name is c equal to clear. In case if I take a reboot option, then these all alias names are permanent actually. But what you have been set up just now, alias c equal to clear, it will be disabled. It will be disabled after reboot because alias names are working temporarily. Alias names are working temporarily. Then how to make alias names persistent? How to make alias names persistent? Then we will use, again, one more file is there. What is the file name? .bash rc file. .bash rc file. So this file maintains this alias names information. That means user alias names information. So now I will go for here in the last line, alias c equal to, then you will keep it single quote or double quote, clear. Then I want to set alias u equal to, okay, user add. Then why need to type every time user add? I want to create a users with u only. Then user add command alias name is u. So this is the way to set up the what? Alias names in the environment. Alias names in the environment. So now basically alias names are available in the .bash rc file. But already in this file, existing script is there. This is the what shell script, but this shell script is the what auto-generated script for the system path. But again, this file maintain the what the user alias names information. Then we can save the file and type C, it will be clear. Okay, even if you reboot, then C equal to clear is working. So those are the what three files before log out the user, after login the user, and alias name information. But these three files are user level files, But these files are the what? Global user configurations. Global user configuration means if you modify these values, these settings will be applied for the all users, not only any specific. Global is nothing but within the server who are working, everyone will get it automatically. But these are the what individual user levels. But later we'll discuss this global user configuration file. But try to understand bash rc, bash profile, bash logout file. Okay, this is called what? User account initialization part. User account initialization part. Then coming to the point, the second important thing, managing groups. So now what is meant by groups? So generally groups are logical expressions of an organization tying users together for a common purpose. The meaning is, I know you know already why need to creating a group. Why need to creating a group? I mean WhatsApp groups or any other groups. So simply you want to broadcast one message to multiple people, better we can make it one WhatsApp group. Same way in the real environment, we have different groups like sales department, HR department, production department, testing department. So like we have multiple departments are there. And sometimes we need to give the what same privileges for the multiple people. Then why need to give the what privileges individually? So why need to drop the message individually? So better we can create a what one group, then people will get the everyone will get the what same message from the broadcasting. So what is the benefit for the administrator with help of the groups? To reduce the overhead. I mean, no need to forward the messages individually. With a single message, multiple people will get it. So that's why the collection of users is nothing but group. The collection of users, I mean, a group contains what? Multiple users only. Even your WhatsApp group or in the environment groups and everywhere, group is nothing but collection of users. But Linux offers two types of groups. One is primary group, another one is secondary group. What is meant by primary group? So it is a group in which a user initially belongs in this group. The user can access the resources with the default permissions. With the default permissions. The meaning is generally every group, every user has one primary group. I mean, if you create a new user with the name Ram, then automatically the system will generate with the same username. I mean, Ram, one group will be created. So that is called what? Primary group for the user. Primary group for the user. A user initially belonging to the what? Primary group. A user initially belonging to the what? Primary group. And what is mean by secondary group? Apart from primary, if a user have an account in the other group, then it is called secondary group to the user. Secondary group to the user. For example, you have already added in the what one group. Actually, that group is primary group for you. But even you can add the word another group also. Then that group is secondary group for you. I mean, secondary group means apart from primary. If user have another account in the group, then it is called what? Secondary group. But primary, if you have primary group privileges, then you will get, I mean, you will do all things. But secondary group means some limitations only. Some limitations only. Okay, so we cannot delete the word group. You cannot manage the word group details like that. But primary means because with the same username, the group will be created. That's why it is a word primary group. Then, and the next important thing, user private group. This is called what? UPG, user private group. So Red Hat Linux uses user private group scheme. According to UPG scheme, you create any user account. The user consists the primary group with same name and same ID. So just now I told you primary group about primary group. Sir, how it is possible? That means if I create any new user account with the same name, one group will be created. So according to user private group scheme, internally the Linux operating system maintain UPG scheme. According to UPG, if you create any new user account with your primary group automatically created with the same name. That's what here is what example. If a user is created with their name ROM, then a primary group of that user will be ROM only. Okay, how it is possible means according to UPG, user private group internally in the Linux OS. Then, and the next important thing, in the last class I told you what are the two different files. I mean how to managing users /etc /passwd is the file name and /etc /shadow is the file name. These two files are maintained user database files. But now here etc group file, etc shadow file. Again etc group file maintain group related information and etc shadow file maintain group password related information. Okay, same information again. etc password file there and etc group file here. etc shadow file there and etc g shadow file here. Okay, now let me explain practically each and everything, how to create a group and how to add the members in the group in the environment. So don't focus more and more. Just we need to understand what are the important things for us. Okay, right. So first important thing, group add is the command. What is the group add command? Sorry, first log out the user because in root user only. Okay, the first one is group add is the command. So what is the group add command? To create a new group accounts. To create a new group accounts. So group add space group name. So what is the group name? Okay, for example, my group name is cloud team. My group name is cloud team. Then the cloud team successfully created. Then where is the group details? Under /etc group is the file name. Under group file name, I want to get only details about cloud team only. I don't want all group details, just group details of cloud team. Then cloud team id value, group id value is 1005. This is the what one way to creating the what groups. And the same thing, only one option in the groups. Let me create group add. So we want to create with a different ID value, group ID. So user ID means U, group ID means G. Okay, I want to create the group ID is 1008 for the group name of dev team. Okay, these guys are the what development team. So now enter. So dev team people are created. Now if I check the what the group name is dev team, the group successfully created with group ID 1008. So this is the way how to creating groups in the environment. Group add is the command to creating new groups. To creating new groups. Then the second important command, same way in the last class, user add for the creating users. Here group add is the command for creating the groups. So in the last class, user mod is the command to modify the what user details. Here is the what group mod is the command. If you know the user commands, then automatically group commands will be clear. So fine. So now how to manage it, how to modify the what group details. Okay, let me modify. First group mod is the command. Okay, -g. Okay, change the word group ID. Okay, I want to change the word group ID 1008 to 1006 only for the dev team. For the dev team. Then enter. So group ID value successfully modified 1008 to 1006. Only one option. But the another new option in the group mod command, you want to change the group name only. You want to change the group name. Then how to change the group name? Then we will use N is the option. N. N means new group name. Okay, what is the group name? For example, sports is the group name. Space. Then it is called what? Dev team. I want to change the word dev team to sports group. Then enter. So the group name has been renamed. Then check it now. It is called what? There is no dev team. Now we have dev team with sports only. So this is the way, guys, to managing group accounts and modifying the what group accounts. So just very simple commands. Group add is the command. Group mod is the command. Now, in that case, the very important command is, I mean in the groups, gpasswd, guys. So what exactly mean by gpasswd command? So you want to update users in the group. I mean, you want to add members in the group, then we will use gpasswd command. So how to add members in the group? So before adding, so let me check what are the available users in my system. So etc passwd file, you know that already in the last class. So now rom user is there, raju user is there, ramu user is there, j user is there, rohit also is there. Okay, so now let me add gpasswd hyphen A. A means add user. I want to add Rohit user in the group of sports. In the group of sports. Now, if I enter, so now adding user Rohit to group sports. Then how do you know that? In the same file, I mean in the etc group file, or in the second file is there etc g shadow file. By using grep-i, if you run the word sports or group name, then in the last field observe, here is the what users in the group. So now actually the group name is sports. Within the sports group, right now only one user is there. One user is there. Okay, then how to add multiple users in the group? How to add multiple users in the group? Then again, gpasswd, just use the word capital M. M means to add members in the group, multiple users in the group. Okay, let me add again. Rohit is the username. I mean comma, and the another username is Raju, and another username is Ram, and another username is Jay in the group of sports. In the group of sports. Now all users are successfully added. Then you can check again in the file. So who are the members in the group? Rohit, Raju, Ram, and Jay. So these four guys are the what? Sports group people. Sports group people. Okay. One day, like even in the WhatsApp group, so people, I mean, who is an admin in the group? So those guys are adding multiple people in the group. But even actually, one person is what? One person is an admin of the group. But even that particular person, I mean, admin person, make it as multiple admin people. I mean, in the WhatsApp group means it is very easy to identify. Okay, in the right side, he is a member of the admin in the group, admin like that. But in the command line, how to identify who is an admin in the group, who is an admin of the of this group. So actually, the admin of the group will display here only. Will display here only. In this field, it will display the what? Admin of the group. But right now, who is an admin of this group? Sports only. Sports group admin is root only. Always root user only, because root is an admin. Now, I want to make it as one more user admin of this group. I want to make one more user admin of this group. How to make it? Again in the same option, gpasswd hyphen capital A. A means to make admin of this group. Okay, I want to make it Rohit admin of this group. So now it's what group? Like it is called what? Sports group. So now who is an admin of this group? If you verify the file, see that in the third field now which display Rohit. But previously the field is an empty. Now in the third field displays Rohit. Now end user easily to identify, oh, this group admin is Rohit now. This group admin is Rohit. But who are the members in the group? Rohit, Raju, Ram, Jay. That is called what? A. A means what? To make admin of the group. Next, how to remove the user from the group. How to remove? For example, I want to remove the word Ram user from this group. How to remove? We can use again gpasswd -d to delete a user from this group. The username Ram, then group name is sports. So now removing user Ram from this group. Now we have only three members, Rohit, Raju, Jay, because the Ram user has been exited. Okay, Ram account is not deleted. Ram only exit from the sports group. So that is called what? gpasswd. So overall, what is the meaning of the gpasswd command? You want to add the members in the group or removing the members from this group, then we will use gpasswd command. Okay, even with help of gpasswd command, we can set up the password for the group, but no use group passwords. But you want to assign the password for the group, we can use the word gpasswd also. So right now there is no password for the sports group, but you want to assign the password for the group. Again, we can use the what same command, but no use group passwords. Okay, this kind of commands, I mean, make it as an admin. A, members in the group, capital M. Only one user to add, A. To remove the user from the group, D option. Okay, so G passwd, group add, and group mod command. And finally, the another important thing. Okay, for example, sir, actually I want to create a user add. The username is, for example, the username is Max. The username is Max. But if I create user account Max, then by default, Max user primary group name is Max only. Because according to UPC, if you create any new user account with the same username, one group will be created. So that's why even see in the etc groups file, in the etc group file, see that sports group is there, cloud team is there. But see the same username, Rohit, Jay, Ram, Raj, these are all what not users, group names. Because users are available in the etc passwd file. Groups are available, in the etc group file. Okay, with the same username, groups also available. But what I'm saying here, I want to make it user add Max, but I don't want primary group name Max for this Max user. Because if I don't specify any value, by default, the primary group name is Max only. But what I'm saying here, if I write small g option, then the Max user belonging to sports. Then if I write capital G option, then the capital G indication, it is a secondary group. Then what is the meaning? While creating user, Max user now belonging to sports is the what primary group. Max user primary group name is sports, and the secondary group name is cloud team. Secondary group name is cloud team. That is the difference between small g and capital G. Small g means the user will be added in the primary group. Capital G means the user will be added in the what secondary group. If you don't write this option, then user will be create and also added in the what secondary group. But primary group by default it will create with same username Max. Okay, now if I enter, so now user successfully created. But in the real environment, the very important command yesterday I told you. So how do you know user existence? That is called what ID command space username. ID space username. Actually, ID command will help you. So for example, I am a new joiner in the company, but I want to know what are my username is existing in what kind of groups. I mean, my name is Ram. Ram belonging to how many groups? I mean, what kind of groups belonging? How do you know that? So now, if you run ID space username, then even if you write the word group names and numbers, then see this Max group. Primary group name is sports and secondary group name is cloud team. Always the primary group name, first one is the primary group, second one is the what secondary group. But if you write the word Rohit group name, Rohit, see that the primary group name is Rohit only, but Rohit also available in the secondary group, which is called what sports. So this is the good command in the environment. So how do you know that? So how many groups are existing? That means your user is existing what kind of groups? Your user belonging to what kind of groups? ID space capital G N. That is called what? It lists group names space username. Okay. Then finally, how to delete a group? The very simple command group del is the command. So group del is the command space group name. Okay, I want to delete the word. The group name is cloud team. Then if I enter, so now cloud team is successfully deleted. But what will I guide you? Before deleting, first we need to clear the what all users in the group. Then only you will be deleted. but generally deleting options no one will use. But commands are there. Very rare case people to delete. But 100% once you will create in the environment, every day we will use the word create resources only. But the relation option, deletion option is very rare case. Okay, but you want to face the word delete, then what is the command? Group del space group name. But before deleting the groups, and first you will verify the what are the existing members, and how you know that already, how to remove the users from the group with help of D option to delete the first users from the group. That meaning is make it is an empty first, make it is an empty. Then you will delete the group name. So this is the way to managing groups. So now come to the concept in the environment. I mean in the real time, people what to do, they will creating groups and adding the members in the group. In case some people are saying primary group, you can set up this group, secondary group you can set up for like this. Then we will use G option and capital G option. Primary group purpose, secondary group purpose. You want to add the members in the group, G pass WD command. And main commands are like pass WD command yesterday. You want to change the warning days, minimum days, password setting, maximum days. So that kind of options you will do every day. So even in the resume, you will keep it everyone how to managing users and group. So every day we will managing user accounts. We will update the password settings. We will update the group details. You will setting up the sudo privileges and everything. Please keep it these kind of activities in the roles and responsibilities. Okay, now let me explain the last important thing. What is meant by configuring sudo access? That means sudo configuration. Okay, already people know that what is the use of sudo. But now I will explain very clearly then what is the meaning of the sudo. So the sudo command offers a mechanism for providing trusted users with administrative access to a system without sharing the password of the root user. Without sharing the password of the root user. What I'm saying, for example, sir, in my server, like 100 people are there. Maybe those guys are the developers, or maybe those guys are the junior system administrator, or maybe those guys are the L1 people or L2 people. So like different people are there. But who will execute all commands? Generally, root will execute every command. But one day the requirement is, so why need to execute every command with root user? So even in the computer, junior users are there. I mean, junior engineers are there. Maybe Ram is there, Raju is there, Max is there, Smith is there. So please be set up the sudo privileges for these guys, because they will access the root commands directly from the dollar prompt, directly from the dollar prompt. That is the meaning here. See, sudo command offers a mechanism for providing trusted users. So trusted users with administrative access. Generally, administrative access commands means from the root user only. But normal users also will be act as a admin. Then we can set up the sudo privileges. We can set up the sudo privileges. So you want to access the root account privileges. Then again they will know the root user. They will misuse the root user credentials and everything. So that's why need to share the root user credentials. I will set up the sudo configuration for those guys. So they will execute the root commands from the normal users also. Then you want to apply this sudo privileges, then we can use vi sudo or etc sudo ers is the file name. These two are the files or commands we can manage the sudo configuration. So now let me do, say for example, I will open another terminal here, the new window. Okay, I will log in with one username. For example, the username is Ram. So Ram user is logged. Now if I trying to access the user add, actually user add is the command. That command will be executed from the root user only. But he is trying to execute, and user add, the username is, okay, the username is like it is called what ABC, or it is called what Mahi is the username. If I enter, what happened? User add permission denied. So cannot log etc pass wd file, because that's why see cannot log. I mean we don't have any privileges to edit this file. I mean when will you create a new user account, the user details automatically loaded in the etc pass wd file, but this pass wd file is locked. That means you don't have any privileges to edit this file. So try again later. But this my ROM user what says to administrator. So I am ROM. Actually, I am a junior engineer in the company. So I want to execute some root commands also. So please be provide the what root credentials. But why need to share the what root credentials? So they will provide the what root user privileges. They will provide the what root user privileges with help of the what sudo concept. That is called what sudo, meaning is super user do. Super user do. Sudo means super user do. Then where to keep these guys details? So now we can use vi sudo is the command in the admin level. Admin what to do? So he will share the what admin privileges mechanism. I mean in the vi sudo file, and go to the what again already root user settings are there in this file. See this here. See allow root to run any command anywhere. Allow root to run any command anywhere. That's why root can run any command anywhere. Same way, I want to set up allow ROM to run any command anywhere. So now ROM also act as like a root. Act as like root. Okay. So now if I share, now I will save. Now ROM user can execute all root commands because the root user has given the what privileges to execute admin commands. But that's why any sudo user first what to do, they will write the word sudo because you want to execute root user commands first preceding with what sudo only, sudo space. Now you will run the word user add. I want to create a username Mahi. I want to create username Mahi. Then if I enter, see this. Now it is asking password for the ROM user. It is not asking password for the root user. It is asking password for the current user ROM only. So now ROM password 1234. Then enter. See this. Now user successfully created. Then we can check it with the cat space etc passwd file by using grep-i. The username is Mahi. So Mahi user is exist with 1006 ID value. But actually, ROM user is a trusted user. But why every time it is asking password, password, password? Okay, sir, can I execute root commands without asking any password? Yes, it is possible. How you can execute in the same vi sudo file, in the same ui sudo file. So I will do it like it is called what? No pass wd. No pass wd is the option. In the no pass wd, then colon space. Then what is the meaning? ROM can execute any command anywhere without asking any password. Then if I save, now try to execute and try to create another username. So user add. So the username is here. It is called what? Uh, okay, Yoshit. The username is Yoshit. Now if I enter, see this, without asking any password, directly user has been created. So this is called what? Sudo. So that is the reason in the AWS environment, how easy to user is working. So easy to user, you want to run any admin commands, definitely people to run sudo space admin commands. But any user commands, no need any sudo. If you want to run admin commands, then only we can keep the what sudo space admin commands. But where is the sudo details? In the root level, already people are added in the what? That particular EC2 user. That's why EC2 user only can execute root commands. So this is the actually backend process in the environment. Okay, there is already predefined setup in the image files. That's why every day we will execute, we can log in with EC2-user. So now that user is already in the sudo privileges. That's why you want to execute any admin commands, sudo space m update, sudo space user add is working. But lso, rm, these are the what? Normal user commands, no need sudo. But you want to run any root level commands, then only sudo is required. But when the root will execute, no need any sudo privileges. Only root can access everything. But you want to make it as one user as an admin, then you will keep it, that username is in the vi sudo file. This is the concept of vi sudo. Then another important thing. Sir, not only for the ROM user, I want to keep, okay, just now we have created sports. I mean, the sports group people can access, can run any command anywhere without any password, So generally, remember, what is the difference between usernames and group names? But when the line starts with %, then only system will consider sports as a group name. If you don't write %, then system will consider sports also username, because this system don't know sports is the group name or username, because it is also looking like username. But if you keep it beginning with %, system will consider the word group name. Otherwise, system will consider username only. Remember, this is the difference between users and groups. And next, then again in the real environment, the another activity from the sudo. What is the sudo actually? Sir, actually, ROM user is a developer, but why need to share all commands for the ROM user? Generally, ROM needs user add command, user mod command only. But you have been shared all admin commands. Why need to share? Maybe he will misuse the word commands. So then people what to do? That's why even in the sudo configuration, they will share only particular commands. So not only ROM. For example, let me do the another important thing. Okay, another important thing. Razu user is there. Razu can execute not all commands anywhere. Razu can execute only under USR has been user add command. Under USR has been user add command. Under USR has been user mod command. Then what is the meaning? So Razu user can execute regular user commands, LSO, RMO, CP and everything. But he needs only user add and user mod commands from the admin level. So that's why I have shared with user add and user mod command. But what is USR has been? If you run which space user add command, then user add command is available where? USR has been user add. I have specified the word full path name of the command. Don't write directly user add user mod. Write the what? The complete path name of the command. Now what is the meaning? ROM can execute any command anywhere without password, but RAS can execute all user commands, but only from the admin level, user add and user mod. So in the real environment, junior engineer roles. What is the role? Hey, actually, Raju user is there. He's a junior engineer. So you will only update, installing, pairing the word packages and only. Then only update, installing M and RPM related commands only you will share it. But don't share the what remaining all admin commands. Then how can you share only particular commands? So this is the proper way. This is the way to sharing the what commands with other people. You want to share all commands? This is the way. You want to share particular commands? First, verify the word command location, then share like this. Then you can save it, right? Once the file has been saved, no doubt, commands are absolutely correct. In case any mistakes in the file, any mistake in the file, for example, the key mistake A is there. Then if I save, then what happens is warning etc sudo ars command alias A referenced but not defined. So you will get the what error messages. So that's why it is very beautiful file. In case any mistakes are happen in the file, so you will get the what error messages. You will get the what error messages. So now you can save it without any error. Then absolutely lines are correct. This is called what user and group management with sudo privileges and user account initialization. Then the another important for the admin level, I mean in the real time, people don't know exactly. For example, if I create any user account, sir, if I create any new user account, for example, the username is ABC. ABC successfully created. I told you by default, the user home directory is /home/ABC. By default, the user login shell name is /bin/bash only. By default, the user, I mean, even the different settings, the user ID value starts from 1000 onwards. Then why the user will get bash shell only, home directory only, the ID values are 1000 onwards only. I mean, something is there. I mean, the something configuration files are exist. From that configuration file, everything will be executed. Everything will be executed. So what can I, what will I say? In the vim/etc login.defs file is there. Actually, this login.definition file maintain predefined settings. The user groups predefined settings are existing. So you want to change. Sir, I don't want to start the what ID value is 1000. I want to start the what ID value is 2000 onwards. Then where to change the setting? Okay, if I create any new user account, I don't want /home directory. The user will be created by default in the OPT directory. Then where to change predefined settings? That is for what? etc login.defs is the file name. In the etc login.defs file, everything is there. I mean, see this. By default, it will create your one directory for the mail where school mail is the user location. And the next important thing, see this. Why passwords are warning messages are by default 7? These 7 value has been modified yesterday 5 or 3. But why value starts from 7? Why minimum days are 0? Why maximum days are 5 nines? Okay, I want to start warning days by default 3 only, password minimum days 30 and password maximum days 45 days. Here we can change it. Then every user will get the what default values. Then user ID value, minimum value starts from 1000, maximum value is the 60,000. In case already 60,000 is reached, then what to do? Here we can change the what 80,000 or 1 lakh or something like. So every predefined value is in the login.defs file only. And last important thing, in the same file, see the passwords are encrypted with SHA 512 algorithm. I mean Linux recommends SHA 512 algorithm. That means if you create any password for the new user, the user passwords are encrypted with SHA 512 algorithm. Okay, so every predefined settings are available in the login.defs file only. That is /etc login.definition file. This is the what overall users and groups concept, but it is not completed. So tomorrow I will tell you that is called what file permissions is the concept. File permissions, how to set up the what permissions for the users, how to set up the what permissions for the groups. And in my class, the another important chapter which is called what global group collaboration concept is there. So group collaboration concept is there. Okay, so this group collaboration concept related to group administration only, but you will understand this group collaboration concept after file permissions only. That's why tomorrow I will explain first file permissions. Based on file permissions, then I will explain group collaboration concept. That means what is the SUID, what is the SGID, what is the sticky bit in the Linux environment. Even those commands are very, very important as an admin level, as a Linux admin level. So tomorrow I will continue again with the same chapter with file permissions and a group collaboration concept. Then we will close the word users and groups complete process. If you know these three lectures, then I am guaranteed you will manage any user and group concepts in the environment, any user and group commands in the environment. Right? So this is the today lecture. So if you have any queries, then please ask me.
Hi, Ram.
Yeah.